Let's tell the truth. Most people are too afraid to say out loud. When a woman is aroused, she doesn't always say it. She shows it in quiet, hidden ways that most men completely miss. You think she's just being friendly. You think it's just coincidence. But psychology and biology tell a deeper story. A story written in body language, tone, and energy. Because when attraction hits her, she doesn't even realize her body is revealing secrets her words won't admit. It's not dirty, it's human. It's the natural rhythm of desire, shaped by chemistry and instinct, not shame. And once you understand what's really happening beneath the surface, you'll never see interactions the same way again. When a woman feels aroused or deeply drawn to someone, her focus narrows almost instinctively. In psychology, this is called selective attention, and it's rooted in biology. When her brain releases dopamine, the chemical of desire, it creates what scientists call a motivated focus. She tunes out the world and tunes into the person who triggers that emotional spark. You'll notice her gaze lingers just a second longer. Her responses become more intentional. She listens differently, not just to your words, but to your tone, your pauses, your presence. Her energy shifts from social to magnetic. It's not about physical touch, it's about emotional electricity. In those moments, her body language becomes more open, shoulders angled toward you, pupils dilate slightly, and her body unconsciously aligns with yours. These microsignals are invisible to most men, but they speak volumes. She's not performing, she's responding to the natural chemistry her body is generating. And this is what most people never understand. Arousal isn't always loud. It's not about bold actions or obvious moves. Sometimes it's silence that tells the truth. The stillness between words, the depth of her stare, the energy that lingers when she walks away. That's the unspoken language of attraction, where instinct meets emotion. And once you learn to see it, you'll realize desire is less about what's said and more about what's felt. When a woman is turned on, emotionally, mentally, or physically, her voice changes. Not because she plans it, but because her body takes over. Psychology calls it vocal modulation, and studies show women's tone naturally softens, slows, and deepens when they feel attraction. It's her subconscious way of creating intimacy without saying a word. You'll hear it in how she laughs, lighter, more genuine, almost musical. That laughter isn't random, it's a nervous system response. When dopamine and oxytocin rise, her vocal cords relax, her speech becomes smoother, her laugh warmer. Her voice becomes the bridge between her emotions and her intentions. She doesn't even realize she's doing it. Leaning closer when she talks, matching your rhythm, lingering on certain words. That's not a performance, that's biology. Her body is communicating interest through sound, a primal signal older than language itself. And men who are emotionally aware can feel it instantly. There's something magnetic in that tone, not loud, not forced, but intimate, like her words are reaching past your ears and straight into your chest. This is why presence matters more than words. If you're distracted, you'll miss it. But if you're calm, confident, and listening with intention, you'll hear everything her energy is saying. Because when a woman feels desire, her voice becomes a mirror of her emotion. It's tender yet bold, gentle yet charged. It's not about seduction, it's about connection. That sound, that effortless softness, is the emotional fingerprint of attraction. It's the way her soul whispers, "I feel something with you." And if you can hear it, you've already made her feel safe enough to be vulnerable. That's not manipulation, that's mastery, emotional awareness in motion. When attraction strikes, women don't plan it, their instincts simply take over. Psychology and evolutionary science both agree, when a woman feels desire, her subconscious starts signaling it through small, almost invisible gestures. She'll touch her hair more, subtly adjust her clothes, or check her reflection without realizing it. It's not vanity. It's her biology preparing to express confidence and femininity. Her posture opens up, her gestures soften, her movements slow down, not to impress, but to express. Studies from behavioral science show that attraction triggers a boost in dopamine and serotonin, shifting body awareness. She becomes more attuned to how she looks and feels. And without saying a word, her body begins to communicate availability and vitality. It's nature's way of saying, "I'm present, I feel something." It's not about wearing makeup or dressing up, it's about alignment. When her emotions awaken, she unconsciously mirrors that energy in how she presents herself. You'll notice she suddenly becomes more radiant, not because of anything external, but because desire itself is energizing. That glow you see, that's biology reacting to connection. Her hands might brush her collarbone as she speaks. She might smooth her clothes as if preparing to be seen. Every small action is a language of comfort, excitement, and readiness. It's subtle but powerful. And here's the truth. These gestures aren't just about attraction to you. They reveal her attraction to her own feminine power. She's reconnecting with it, owning it. And that's what makes it magnetic. When you notice this, respect it. Don't call it out, don't analyze it. Just match her energy with calm confidence. Because when a woman feels seen without being judged, that quiet attraction becomes something real, a safe electric space where connection grows naturally. When a woman feels that spark of desire, something subtle yet profound happens. Her emotional guard begins to soften, not because she's weak, but because her nervous system starts to trust your presence. In psychology, this is called limbic resonance, the deep, unconscious connection between two people when their emotional rhythms begin to sync. Her tone slows down, her eyes hold contact just a little longer. The space between you feels less like a wall and more like an invitation. She starts revealing more, small details, personal stories, thoughts she wouldn't usually share. It's not manipulation, it's her spirit testing emotional safety. Her body might lean in, her breathing aligns with yours, her laughter feels more real, her silence is more comfortable. These are not random gestures, they are signals of trust and emotional intimacy. Science shows that oxytocin, often called the bonding hormone, increases when a woman feels emotionally safe. That's when her boundaries don't disappear, they simply transform. They shift from protection to connection. And here's what most men never realize. When she starts letting her walls down, she's not asking for control. She's inviting presence. She's showing that she feels safe being herself around you. And that's rare. It's in those moments that her sensuality and her softness meet. Not as performance, but as truth. The tone of her voice changes. The conversation becomes layered, intimate, magnetic. You see, attraction is not always about touch. It's about feeling seen without being chased. It's about emotional patience, the kind that gives her room to breathe, to open, to trust. When she feels that from you, calm energy, grounded presence, and emotional intelligence, she doesn't just get drawn to you. She feels safe to desire you. And that's the deepest form of attraction there is. When a woman is truly drawn to you, not just curious, but emotionally and biologically connected, her body begins to mirror yours almost perfectly. It's not intentional, it's not strategy, it's chemistry at work. Psychologists call this mirroring, and it's one of the clearest signs of subconscious attraction. Her body starts to sync with yours, her breathing matches your rhythm, her tone follows your tone, her posture reflects your posture. It's her nervous system aligning with yours, creating an invisible bond of trust and desire. Think about it. When she leans in, you lean in. When you pause, she pauses. When you speak slowly, she mirrors your pace. None of this is planned. It's instinct, a deep biological dance between two energies that are in tune. Her body language becomes an echo of yours. Because at that moment, she's not just listening, she's feeling you. Every subtle movement, every shift in tone, every glance is her body's way of saying, I'm here, I'm connected, I feel this too. It's the purest form of communication, beyond words, beyond logic. It's the kind of connection that doesn't shout, it vibrates. That's why some moments feel electric even in silence, because your energies have synced into the same emotional frequency. Science calls it emotional contagion. Spiritually, it feels like alignment. When she mirrors you, she's not trying to impress you. Her body is expressing comfort, trust, and desire, the holy trinity of feminine attraction. And this is where most men get it wrong. They chase words instead of reading energy. They try to talk their way into connection instead of feeling their way there. But the man who knows how to be still, calm, grounded, fully present will always make her mirror him, because the feminine doesn't follow force, it follows energy. That's why real attraction isn't built through games or tactics, it's built through alignment, through presence. When she mirrors your rhythm, your voice, your calm, that's not coincidence, that's connection, raw, real, and magnetic. When a woman feels drawn to you, the physical space between you becomes a magnetic field. She will unconsciously find reasons to close the distance. This isn't about obvious moves, it's about subtle shifts in position. In a group, she'll orient herself so she's slightly closer to you. When you're talking, she'll lean in, not just to hear you better but to enter your energetic space. Psychology calls this proxemics, the study of how humans use space, and it reveals that we instinctively move closer to people we trust and are attracted to. Her limbic system, the ancient part of her brain governing emotion and instinct, is overriding social norms of personal distance. It's her body's primal way of saying, "I feel safe here. I want to be closer." It's an invitation into her orbit, a test to see if you hold that space with calm confidence or retreat in nervousness. Most men misread this as simple politeness or miss it entirely, but the man who understands energy feels the shift. He doesn't back away, he holds his ground, allowing that shared space to become charged with unspoken potential. This isn't a strategy, it's her biology mapping a path toward connection. When attraction sparks, her hands develop a mind of their own. You'll notice small fleeting moments of accidental touch. A light brush against your arm as she laughs, a brief tap on your shoulder to get your attention, or her hand grazing yours as you both reach for something. These aren't clumsy mistakes, they are kinesthetic feelers, subconscious probes sent out by her nervous system. Each touch is a micro-test, a way to gauge your reaction and to dissolve the barrier between you without the vulnerability of a direct advance. From a biological standpoint, physical contact, even this slight, releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone, creating a neurochemical foundation for intimacy. She isn't consciously thinking, "I will touch his hand now." Her body is simply acting on the impulse to connect. To the untrained man, it's nothing. To the man who is present, it's everything. He doesn't flinch or overreact. He accepts the touch with a calm warmth, signaling back that the connection is not only welcome, but mutual. That small touch is her soul asking a question, and your calm acceptance is the answer it was hoping for. When a woman is truly comfortable and attracted, her humor shifts from polite to playful. A polite laugh is social currency. A genuine, unguarded laugh is a sign of emotional surrender. But it goes deeper. She will begin to tease you lightly. This isn't criticism, it's a form of affectionate testing. She might make a playful jab about something you said or did, watching not for your weakness, but for your strength. Can you laugh at yourself? Are you confident enough to engage in lighthearted banter without getting defensive? Psychologically, this playfulness is a signal that her defensive walls are down. She feels safe enough to be mischievous, to reveal a more authentic, unfiltered side of herself. This is a high form of social intelligence, a dance that requires both trust and confidence. Men who are insecure will falter, taking the teasing personally. But the man who understands the language of attraction will smile and tease back gently. He recognizes this isn't a challenge, but an invitation into a shared world where you can both be imperfect, human, and completely at ease. This playful dynamic is where simple attraction evolves into genuine chemistry. Listen carefully. After 21 years of studying human connection, love, and desire, I've learned one powerful truth. Attraction isn't about tricks, looks, or lines, it's about energy. The way you make someone feel in your presence will always speak louder than what you say. I've watched men chase validation, trying to impress, perform, and prove their worth. And I've watched women quietly drift away from men who never understood one simple thing. Feminine energy doesn't chase noise, it responds to peace. When you become calm, confident, grounded, when you stop trying to get a woman and start learning how to understand one, everything changes. Your energy shifts from needy to magnetic, from chasing to attracting. Because women don't crave perfection, they crave presence, they crave safety, emotional leadership, a man who can hold space without judgment or ego. So if you take anything from this message, let it be this. Work on your energy, not your image. Heal your mind, not your mirror. Become the kind of man who brings peace into the room, and watch how the right woman won't just look at you, she'll feel you. I've spent over 2 decades helping people build real, lasting connection, and I can tell you with absolute certainty, when you master emotional awareness, you become unforgettable. So if you're ready to stop guessing and start understanding, this is your moment. Don't just scroll past, subscribe, learn, grow, because this right here is where real transformation begins. And remember, attraction isn't something you chase, it's something you become.